Hi, I'm Mello, and welcome to the Violent World. We're on YouTube right now, and we're going to critique the sparring that went on during the week so that you can enjoy this, and members of the club can also see how they're doing on the TV. I want you to subscribe. There's a subscription for $5 a year, and there's one for $25 a year, $100 a year, and $350 a year. But once you subscribe, you can get into for the $5, you can get into the website, and you can see what's going on and what you get for your money. We also have a store coming up that sells boxing equipment. We'll have our own logo, and we'll be able to sell all kinds of boxing equipment. Plus, we're able to sell other stuff, shirts, shoes, trunks, whatever it is to do with boxing, and also anything to do with normal life, jewelry for makeup, houseboats, whatever. So we'll be selling that, and it's all on the website. So, without any further ado, let's get into the sparring. And thank you for watching. Okay. Evidently something went wrong. They were getting the bell ready. Okay, like I said before, two of the better boxers that we have. Tommy with the red headgear, Don with the black and white headgear. And from time to time, you'll be able to hear my voice as I holler at them. Now, these are amateur fighters, and we're trying to teach them to get to find their distance with their jab. Their arm lengths are about the same. I think Tommy has a little better reach than a Don. The one thing that they're not doing here, they're trying to work the jab, make each other go into a fault where the other one can capitalize. See, Tommy coming up too short, and then he has a tendency to change to being left-handed. See, now, right now, I don't know what he is. He's left-handed, I reckon. Oh, here's an interesting shot. Off of the ground. I've never seen this one before. Now you get tagged with the right hand. You know, the biggest problem with amateurs is that they do their work, and then they stand there and they back off, and then they start all over again. With the pros, they're constantly, if you know, like for instance, that like he kind of was right there. Don is trying to counter punch him. And you'll notice that they're coming up short all the time. And the reason they're coming up short most of the time is because they're not turning them, they're more squared up than they should be. And if they would just turn their shoulder in and then just lean in a little bit. Tommy has a habit of leaving his hands out there like that. And I told him he has to be careful because he can get hit under the elbow and get his arm hyperextended, and then he's got a problem. He's out of boxing. It's something like tennis elbow. That's something you're not supposed to do in amateur boxing. Just turn around. That could be dangerous. Let's see what's going on here. Tommy has a little more skill than a Don, but a Don holds his own pretty well here. Yeah, that's a good right hand. He's short with it. You can see where Tommy tends to leave his hand out there. It could, you know, in a regular boxing match with somebody that's as skilled as he is, he could have a problem. Excuse me. At the end of round one, each guy just about even. So for you folks who are watching in and would like to come to the
You're going to get hyperextended and you're going to be out of boxing for a while. I'll tell you, I would do it to you.
Okay, I paused for a second so I could hear myself. So you folks looking in, we have other classes that we do if we can get 5 or more people, and we can do an event Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays during the day if you want to come in and work out. It doesn't cost an arm and a leg either, and there's no contract. Okay, back to the guys. See, the mistake that Don is doing is he's not punching back. See, if he would punch back as Tommy punched, it would be a whole different sizing. Because Tommy has a problem when people punch on him, he picks up his hand. But see that arm sticking out there like that? See, if a Don would just come on him and stay on him, they tend to get a little better as this goes along. George, do you remember how many rounds they went on this? They went 6 rounds? Oh, okay. So they're going to be doing this for about 6 rounds. We're only into the second round here. And you can already tell the style. It does get a little better as we go along. See, Don made the mistake that he should have used an uppercut as Tommy came in with his head down. And he didn't do it. You see how they're punching. Now we're back to the handheld camera. And you see what I spoke about before is when the Don came on Tommy that time, see Tommy backs off and backs off and backs off. What he should be doing is just staying there and using his jab to get his range. See, like Don is short now. He's short. He shouldn't throw that right hand. He should have thrown it when Tommy threw the right hand and it went over his shoulder. They're just kind of playing with each other. They're not really trying to hurt each other. They're just working on moves to see what they can do in this round about getting off. Tommy just has that habit. He goes left-handed and right-handed, which in some cases could be okay. But if a coach the coach of the opponent is adept to watching what's going on, then he can figure Tommy out. And when his ward gets back to the corner, he can tell him, hey, this guy's switching up on you. And when he does that, go to your right hand, or when he's switching back, try to catch him with a 1-2 or throw a left hook. That's a good move right there. Tommy's been boxing. See, Tommy's 17 now, and he's been boxing since he was about 9 years old, I reckon. So he's been in it 6 years. Adon, this is his second year. There's the bell. Okay, here we go for round 3. Oh, good left hook. Tommy pushing his punches there a little bit. With most amateurs, what happens is that, a kid will get a good shot and he'll feel it, and then he'll try to tear the other guy's head off. Instead of just saying to himself, okay, you got me with a good shot, I'm going to get you with 3 good shots. I'm coming back with 3 more. There's Tommy keeps turning his head. He reminds me of Canelo. And talking about that fight, if Triple G would have just doubled up on his right hand, he could have knocked Canelo out. But that's just water over the bridge, I reckon. That's a nice 1-2 or 2-1. Right hand lead with the job. See, right there, Adon should be, when Tommy does that, Adon should be attacking him, and he's not doing it. He's waiting too long. See, Tommy has a tendency to put his arms up when you punch at him. See, instead of backing off, just go at the guy. If he throws on you, make him throw outside the in, and you smother his punches. Okay, we should be coming up with the next round in a minute there. I was just telling Tommy about getting his arm hyperextended by leaving his hands out there, And if you've ever boxed and you've had your arm hyperextended, you can't even raise your arm up. I mean, it's really an effort. See, when you do that, you got to be quick. When Tommy's got his hands out there, when he lays out like that, it's to bring the shot from underneath and hit the elbow like it's going straight up to the ceiling. And what happens is the hand is just out there and it's locked out, and then you get hit on the bottom side of the elbow. It really hurts. It's hard to do, but that's a good move. Tommy's too squared up there. He's pushing his punches. You see how they're playing with each other? That was a good right hand to the Don combined with the jab. These boys are pretty equal. I don't know how they was fair in a regular match. I think Tommy might have the edge because the Don's a little smaller. Tommy's running about 175 pounds, a light heavy, and Don is about 160, 65, middleweight. That was a double right hand, followed by a left. So they're not really they're making mistakes in there. Tommy tends to drop his hands, and A good fighter shouldn't do that. Don drops his left hand. And Tommy just, yeah, see there, it was over and under and over on that last one. And Don tries some body shots. See, Tommy's trying to punch as he walks in, and what happens is you end up pushing your punches rather than throwing them. Don is more adept at throwing. Yeah, that was pretty good because he's got the stance. He's got one leg behind the other. He's not squared up. See this? That was pretty good. A nice exchange. Yeah, that was a good one. A little pity pat and a nice right hand over the top. Tommy, quit turning around, Tommy. Wow, the end of round 3.
Somebody's gonna go. That's 5 already. Somebody else a chance to get in there. What's up?
That sound right there is being picked up.
There you go, Jesse.